When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Utah Utes offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week, commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David, and when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Houston Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these type.
There he goes. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
The Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. With the catch, it's Winfield. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense working from the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive line to push some guy backwards and make some holes?
You know, when your QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You going right or you going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Winfield. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Marshall. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go right back to it. They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. And the Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it first and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice. over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Houston 7, Utah 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. 4th down coming.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Marshall. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Down and 1, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football, and there was no question they were going to go for it there on 4th and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the single back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Power ahead. takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when it breaks into the open. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The run from the shotgun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
And the Utes line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 4 over USF. On a to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's a draw. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots' first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Winfield.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Shoots it to the left. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grab near the marker. It's McGarry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Reese. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense comes onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Going to the running game. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Turning it on. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Coming out with it, it's Glover. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They want to run it left here. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
When we were throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play-action fake. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And the punishment has been extended. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Here's the handoff. Finds some fresh air. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These these guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to plow their way back in this one.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Hauls it in. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's McGarry. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening.
Touchdown, Cougars. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the move. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. Breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Touchdown, Utes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Houston trying to say hello to the end zone in this red zone trip. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And it's like the defense knew on third and goal, they're not a tackle in the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. Fourth and goal. What you going to do, offense?
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit.